All right, once again, Hamvention 2019. This is probably the biggest talked about release at the show today so far. I've talked to 4 or 5 other people, and this right here is the Elecraft K4, which honestly I only heard about like 2 days ago. So you guys did a really good job of keeping it under wraps. So we're going to get some, Eric, that mic is for you. We're going to get some information on the new Elecraft K4 from Eric, WA6HHQ, Holy Headquarters. So
my head's getting chopped off, too.
Okay, we can fix that. We can fix that.
There we go.
There we go. Okay. I'm shorter than everybody else, so that's why. That's why. Yeah, exactly. All right, good. So give us your. I'm sure you've given this presentation like 25 times today.
Well, everyone's different. People have different questions.
Okay.
So, actually, I'll put this over here so I can see what
our
okay. Basic features are.
Okay.
Are we up and operating? Okay.
Yeah. You're fine. It's noise. It's Hamvention.
Gotta wait till she stops.
Sure. Yeah, she's loud. Okay. Good to go. Yeah, you're good. Go ahead. I've got 2 cameras going here, so just.
Okay, Jason. Well, today we just introduced the Elecraft K4 Transceiver. It's our next generation transceiver that basically is a direct sampling, high-performance software-defined radio. That means we're basically sampling at the operating frequency versus a super heterodyne where you mix down to a lower frequency before you process it and use crystal filters on the core radio here. So the K4 basically has a built-in pan adapter, also done through the same DSP circuitry. And we cover 160 through 10 meters.
Okay.
Also 6 meters, also 160 through 6. And we have an option coming out for it next year that'll be a dual band VHF UHF module too internally.
Oh yeah, see, that's what I want to see right there.
Yeah,
okay.
Very cool stuff.
Very cool.
And it's very unique in the sense that it's a modular radio, like our other radios are. You can actually add to it over time to increase the performance. So we can talk about that a little bit too.
Sure. All right. So the first thing I know, obviously, the screen is much bigger. Okay, it's got the waterfall, it's got the meter on the screen, but you're showing 2 bands here. You got 20 meters, and then you've got 24 megahertz here, 24.
So we have 2 receivers in the radio.
Okay, that was my question.
And the base radio, the base K4 has 2 receivers. You can look at 2 bands with it. Okay. We can even, I don't have it set up right now for that, but you can split the pan adapter in half and have each band on each pan adapter if you want.
Excellent.
And also, you've got the ability, of course, to operate crossband, transmit and receive on one.
Okay.
One or the other.
And I know that there are 4 antenna ports in the back.
Yeah, there's actually on the back. Whoop, hold on, we got someone passing through here.
Got a camera going here. That's okay. It's Hamvention.
It's never boring at
No.
But we should have police tape around or something.
Right.
But the
that's okay.
But in any case, lost my train of thought here.
The 4 antenna ports.
Okay, 4 antenna ports in the back, 3 of which are dedicated to HF if you have the auto tuner option installed in the radio.
Yes.
So you can basically transmit on any of those 3 antennas. We have a 10-to-1 matching range auto tuner that we offer as an option for all the radios.
Okay.
And on top of that, there's a 4th connection for that VHF UHF module I mentioned earlier. So that's why you see 4 connectors on the back.
Yes.
And that's separate from the 3 HF, through 6
So that's
meters.
for later upgrades.
That's for the later upgrade.
Gotcha.
And that can be, that's an SO239 on there for that one, but people could easily change it out to a Type N.
Sure.
So whatever they want to do with that.
Okay. Excellent. Okay. Okay, tell us about the app you have running here.
Okay. Well, first of all, before we get to the app.
Watch the camera there, please.
We basically have, back up a little bit here.
Sure.
And I'll show here. We've got actually 2 K3s running, or K4s. I have to get used to saying K4 now. I've got to get myself programmed. The first K4 here is controlling the one that's on the air to its left. And what that means is we basically have networking, Ethernet connections built in, the whole protocol built into the radio out of the box, and remote control built into the radio out of the box, either inside your own network or over the internet if you want. So what we've got going here right now is actually 2 different units controlling this K3 in addition to itself. So if I change frequency here, it'll change actually on the radio over to the right there. It's changing also, sort of ghost in the machine there. And vice versa, I can control it over here too. So you can have a remote K3 controlling another one.
Okay.
On top of that,
K4.
I said it again. Remote K4 controlling.
It's all right. Hey, it's new and innovative.
Well, you come at the end of the day, we're getting punchy already.
That's right.
But the other cool thing we did is we took a tablet and put the app. We took the tablet.
Come on, Frank, do your job.
Yeah, we took the tablet and put the app on it, And basically, this is controlling the same K3, or K4. You're going to get that right one of these days. The same K4. And so I can, for instance, I'll change bands on it by just tapping the app here.
Okay.
And we just change it to 7 megahertz. There's nothing there on this one. Let me put it back. So all I was doing was basically tapping on the same display and buttons that I can bring up.
This is a Microsoft Surface tablet, right?
It's a Microsoft Surface tablet that we just set up for the demo. I'm running actually a Linux-based engine inside of a virtual machine, virtual window on here.
Okay.
So it's a quick way to bring up some software we had to show the concept. We're bringing this up as a full remote, though it'll run on multiple platforms, like iOS or and so on. Either we will do it or we'll make the protocol available for others to do it too.
Does it do Does it do Android? Can you use like Android tablet?
Not yet, but we'd like to do that.
Okay.
I'd like to have Android and iPad either from us or from somebody else. So we'll make it. We'll work with some people and get that out.
Okay. So. Okay. So right now it's just Windows and Mac.
Yeah, and out of the box K4 to K4. So that's of course feels like a whole radio there. Ultimately, we might do similar to what we did on the K3. We might do a K4 0, which means no radio inside mini. So it'd be a shorter radio front, basically a front panel and control processor with all the Ethernet interface, so that can control it just as this is without having to spend the money on the RF portion in the back for your control station. That's probably a year away, I would guess, at least. So
yeah,
I won't promise it right away, but that's where we're going to head with it. But we do probably we'll have the software apps open close to when we first start shipping near the end of this year.
Excellent. And you're thinking about late this year?
Yeah, right around November, December time frame for the first shipments.
Okay.
And we might beat that. I wanted to, rather than saying it's going to be next month or 2 months from now, wanted to be a little more realistic and say let's put it at 6 months. If we're lucky and we beat it, that's wonderful. Yeah. It could be a month later, but you never know how you get close to those things.
Certainly. Okay, good. Now, the software that you're running here, does it come with the purchase of the K4?
No, it does not. At this point, this isn't finished software, so I don't know if we're going to sell it or give it away or how we're going to structure it. This is more of a technology demo right now because we wanted to show that you could get real-time pan adapter data on both that other K4 and this one simultaneously from that. So we're not straining the system doing that. Okay. And by the way, on the big screen behind me here, that's a HDMI screen off the K4 in the middle. Okay, so we basically have an external monitor here, which right now is reproducing the pan adapter portion of the main screen. Rather than just taking a copy of the screen and putting it up, we wanted to also give an option to bring up the pan adapter so you have a maximal display of information there for people. And that's an HDMI directly off the back of the K4.
Gotcha. Yeah, so your purpose here is to go entire radio to entire radio.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, yeah. That's a great thing. There's a lot of that's the new thing. There's other competitors doing the same thing with just remote operation. It's getting to be a really big thing with the internet. So, but you guys have taken it a step further, I think, with just the really great looking display for sure. And
so basically, for remoting with the K3, turn down that signal there a little bit. We basically set up so remote control is built in native to the system. The internals for the I said K3 again, didn't I? K4.
Yeah, you did.
I'll get programmed for this one. So basically the K4 is set up with remote control built into the box as you buy it. There's nothing external you have to add to it. From computer interface, certainly it'll support people that have those external boxes or external control programs. But this will go over Ethernet out the back of the radio, either locally at your home or remote base over the internet. And you can basically control one radio from another, either radio to radio, K4 to K4, or with this like a tablet app like we showed here. This happens to be running embedded Linux in a little window under actually Windows right now, but basically it can run eventually on an iOS, hopefully, and Android and those machines will help people do that.
Right, eventually. Good. Well, I know that this has been the talk of the show so far because I heard about it yesterday. Somebody said, I think there's a K4 out today, and I'm like, really?
K what?
Yeah, exactly. K what? What is that? But this is great, and this is the third time I've come by here today because there's been at least 30 people around this booth all day long, and that's why my batteries died just now, is because I've talked to everybody except you today. So, thanks, Eric. I appreciate the time. Okay. It's going to be a great product, I know, and I'm looking forward to hearing more about it in the future.
Well, thanks, Jason. The response today, just the deposit sales that we've had today has been the best we've ever had.
Good,
so it's a huge day for us. So we're doing well with it.
Good deal. Well, thank you very much. Dayton Hamvention, you heard it here first with the Elecraft K4 2019. Thanks for watching.